All right, so we have Anthony Bavaria from Don't Sleep here today.
How's it
Anthony, do
going?
you like Tony or do you like
Tony's
Anthony?
fine.
Or Tony's
Tony's
fine?
good.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good, good. So I saw you at the Chameleon over the summer with Digger,
hmm
and you guys were amazing.
Oh,
Uh,
thanks.
yeah, yeah. First of all, you were a member when of Dave's band when he went on tour for the punk rock days?
Yeah, we were for part of when Dave was just doing sort of like a Dave Smalley retrospective kind of
Yeah,
touring. He was playing a bunch of different songs. All the members of Don't Sleep, we were kind of like the backing band for that. So we
yeah,
were doing Dag Nasty and Dr. Law and all and stuff.
yeah. That's great. That's great.
Transitioned into this.
So you were in the commercials,
Yes.
and
hmm
I just downloaded a whole bunch of commercials, and because the other day you posted something about it, and I was like, oh no, I'll
Yeah,
check it out.
cool. Awesome. Thank you.
It's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, Tom, the other guitarist in Don't Sleep, he was in the commercials too. It was both of us.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff.
Thank
Especially
you.
considering what the market was saturated with in that time period.
Time period. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so how did you get connected with Dave?
So the rest of us in Don't Sleep, we also had another band called Very Americans, which is more of like a kind of like an indie rock band. And we were having a show, and Garrett, we're all big. We all come from like the punk and hardcore kind of community. And Garrett saw that Dave was playing acoustic shows, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to come up and play this show with our band Very Americans?" And he sent him some of the Very American stuff, and he said yes. And then after we had him on the show, Garrett was kind of like, well, do you want to maybe like play some Dag Nasty songs while you're coming up and we can be your backup band? And Dave was like, yeah, sure. So we practiced a bunch and learned those songs. And then we like played some of those songs full band with him that night. And I don't want to speak for Dave, but I think he was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So that's when we started doing those other shows with him where we were doing kind of like being the backing band for him.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I saw lots of videos out at the time, and I was like, wait a minute, is this a new band? So I knew somewhere along the line something would be coming up that was pretty special.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've been really excited about it. It's been fun. We were doing all those covers, and we were kind of just like, well, why don't we transition to sort of writing kind of some of our old songs? And he seemed interested in it. And, we were definitely interested in doing that. So it just kind of snowballed from there.
Were you planning on going in that direction regardless as a band? Were you planning on starting a new band regardless of that, or was it a
No, I mean, we were just pretty busy with Very Americans at the time. This has Since we've been doing this has sort of like gotten more legs, than Very
yeah,
Americans. And not that Very Americans hasn't like officially broken up or anything. It's just this has been kind of like what our focus has been. And like I said, we kind of all came from punk and hardcore, and our old bands were punk and hardcore bands. So it made sense. Like this was kind of what we grew up on. So it just kind of,
yeah,
from a writing style perspective, it wasn't like we were reinventing the wheel. This is just stuff we've been listening to forever,
yeah.
and listening to Dag Nasty forever.
Uh,
So
Unfortunately, I missed the Shelter show and the Murphy's Law.
okay.
Um, I heard about the Murphy's Law show
mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm. It was
from
fun.
but I mean, those are some pretty established names.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We were very thankful to Shelter for taking us out for a few days. That was awesome. And Murphy's Law, are awesome. They've always been awesome. So that was really cool
Oh
too.
yeah.
So it was nice to play with them.
I'm a huge Shelter fan, so it kind of broke my heart that I didn't get to see you guys
Oh,
together.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have like 3 kids, how you gonna?
Yeah. I know what that's like.
Yeah. Oh, Better Than 1,000 coming out with their complete discography on vinyl.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So all right, fast forward to the 7-inch, and
Okay.
your 7-inch, Bring the Light, and
Uh-huh.
and the 12-inch. The 12-inch is pretty rad. It's got the etching of
Yeah.
the Don't Sleep guy on the back. What's the story behind that guy?
The guy on the back of that, or like the more of like the Don't Sleep Army guy, or
Yeah,
like
that guy.
just the um Bobby Brown did the Don't Sleep Army guy. He's a really talented artist that we really like. He's a great friend. Uh, Look up his stuff. He does a lot of skateboard art, but he
Yeah.
kind of finalized that. On the back of the album, a friend of ours named Jake, who plays in a band called Handguns, he actually did that artwork, and that was sort of like maybe kind of the genesis of that. And then Bobby kind of took it and made a little more refined version.
The
But yeah, both of them.
was that the
I'm sorry.
Harrisburg? Was that the Harrisburg Philly skyline? That shirt?
Oh, and the one shirt that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did. Not. It was. That was. He did a shirt for. It was a tour shirt for the Shelter shows.
Okay.
So he did, because that was like, we played in New York, Long Island, Philly, and Baltimore. So he did like one sort of image for each of those things that goes along with that, with each of those locations we were playing, basically.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Which is even cooler, because you used to be able to get tour shirts back in the day with all the cities.
Right.
And
Right.
have like a shirt for a specific show is you'll remember that forever.
Right. Yeah. The Descendants do that a lot, which is pretty cool. I like when they do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for that new record.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this brings me to your new album.
Yes.
Was that recorded in Harrisburg?
It's been recorded. We probably recorded at like 7 or 8 different studios for this new record. So we've been all over the place. We recorded some of it in Harrisburg. We recorded in York, Pennsylvania. The guy from Live owns a studio down there.
Oh, really?
That we recorded in. And then we recorded at Salad Days. What'd you say?
I forgot they were from there.
Yeah. He has like this like pretty gorgeous studio down there. So we recorded there.
That was the one you were posting pictures of?
Yeah, it was crazy. I've never been in a studio like that. It's insane. Right? But it was cool. So we recorded there. We recorded at Salad Days with Brian McTiernan in Baltimore, which was awesome. And then we did just like a couple other local studios, like in Lancaster and Harrisburg and stuff too. So
awesome.
It was a lot of recording.
Yeah. And Walter Schreifels?
Yeah, we worked with Walter Schreifels, which was amazing. He was just A, super nice, and B, I mean, as probably everyone knows, is amazingly talented. And he brought a lot of really good ideas to the table, which was rad. And just getting to meet him was rad.
Was it more of a collaboration, or was it more like producing, or?
So he like produced like 3 songs, but he actually we really took those songs and really kind of deconstructed them and kind of like rewrote them with him. So he just brought a lot of really good ideas to the table and just really helped us fine tune those songs. And really, me personally, I just think the end result was great. And I think, not that the songs weren't okay to begin with or good to begin with, but I just think he really added like another level to those songs. And hopefully people might feel the same way when they hear the record, and hopefully they agree. But I think just the time that we got to work with him was great. Yeah.
It would be pretty cool if you could get him with Youth of Today or the Grill Biscuits to come out and kind of chill with you guys.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Yeah. I mean, we would love to do shows with either of those bands.
Yeah. Because I see they do kind of one-off shows here and there. So
yeah.
So the new album, it was Victory. What happened to Victory that you're on this new label, and what is the new label?
So the new label is called Mission 2 Entertainment. So Tony Brummel, you know, founder of Victory,
Yep.
we were on Victory. And that's kind of when we first started the recording. And we kind of, you know, got to a point where we thought we were getting close to being done, but then we had the opportunity to work with Walter and Brian. So that kind of delayed things because we went back into the studio again to do those tracks with those guys. And during that time is when Tony ended up selling Victory. So we were sort of, as that was getting finalized, we were, you know, kind of figuring out where we stood in the mix after getting that sold and everything. But then he started this new label, Mission 2 Entertainment, and that's kind of where we've, you know, ended up since then.
So he was totally down from the get-go.
Yeah, he's been, I mean, you know, he's been super supportive. He's been a really big fan. He's a big fan of Dave and of Dag Nasty. And, you know, he's just been, we've had the chance to have a lot of really cool opportunities since starting to work with both Victory and then Mission 2. And the people over there at Mission 2 are awesome. They've been very helpful. And, you know, from like from the art people to the video people, everyone's been really cool.
So everybody's been taking care of you there, like, so you don't have to like kind of snatch people from all over to kind of put this together.
Right. Yeah. Very, very, you know, just like a lot of good ideas, from like helping to design merch to doing, you know, laying out the artwork and everything. So we've been really happy with everything they've been doing.
Awesome. That was originally going to be coming out this summer, correct?
I mean, originally it was supposed to come out in summer 2019, but then that's when we got that additional opportunity to work with Walter and Brian. And that just took time too, because like Brian was on tour with H2O in Europe and stuff. So it just took until we could get everyone's schedules to line up. It ended up prolonging things, but yeah, it's coming out this summer. So August. August of this year it's coming out.
Oh,
yep.
So we got to hook up then, because I want not only to listen to, but I want it in my store. I want to
definitely,
out with some promo. So
thank you. Yeah,
we can do what we did last time.
Yeah. Definitely.
But the next thing is, what are you doing during lockdown? Because a lot of people are like doing shows like Chad Price, Scott Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
Sam's been doing things from Down by Law.
Right.
But recording like right now would be like, you know, pretty, you could get into the music writing, the recording and things like that. Are you doing something similar, or what are you doing to keep the ball rolling?
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing demos. The way we write, though, usually is, you know, someone will have kind of the basis for a song, and then we all kind of work together on it. So this, I don't think we're getting that ability right now, because like that usually is us working in a room and kind of like hashing out the song together and figuring out what goes where and how it should go. So I think we're all writing, and we have a lot of really good starting points for when we're able to like get in a room and do that together again. But we're not, and plus part of our focus has been really getting this album together. So we've been doing a lot of stuff for that, shooting some video stuff for that, and shooting, you know, like all communicating about the art, getting the artwork done, getting the merch ready so we can start getting ready for pre-orders and videos that need to come out and all kinds of stuff like that. So I think that's what a lot of our focus has been, since the album is going to be coming out soon, and just, you know, what the vinyl is going to look like and what the inserts, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of been a lot of our focus.
So it's coming out in August. From what I understand, June will probably somewhere in June or July, we'll move to green phase for the lockdown. So yeah, you guys are going to be out. What are your show plans, tour plans? What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It sounds like shows. Nothing on the books right now for shows, and I think that is still kind of up in the air.
It's the hard.
You know, I think until we definitely, you know, the initial plan prior to all of this was like we would be doing a lot of touring and we would be doing a lot of shows to promote the album. But I think with everything that's happening right now, I think it's just kind of a wait and see and find out how things are looking. And, you know, it sounds like things aren't going to be back to normal for bigger live shows for a bit. So, you know, we probably not, unfortunately, until 2021. But we want to make sure, like, you know, anyone who comes to see us would be safe. We want to make sure concert promoters and people who work at the venues are safe, that we're safe. You know, we don't want to bring anything home to our families too. We don't want anyone who comes to the shows to bring home anything to their families. So, you know, it's a tough time, not just for us, obviously, but for all musicians and everyone right now. It's a really tough time. So,
yeah, I've been reaching out to a lot of musicians just because, well, like Scott had the stroke, Scott Reynolds. He did like a show, and a week later he had a stroke.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy. It's good he's all right.
And then he came, we thought he had COVID. Like everybody thought he had the virus, but it was something different. And then he came back and did like he did Frog and a couple of tunes with Stefan.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Which was pretty cool, but
that was cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a wait and see right now.
Yeah.
One good thing I think is that a lot of people being home are listening to more music.
Totally.
Yeah, like I've been like for whoever is still mailing out, I'm still collecting records and like the 50 copies, and like people putting out albums, and Rise of Skywalker came out early.
Right.
Because I noticed your background is pretty rad.
That's right. A little bit of a Star Wars fan.
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let you go unless there's something else you specifically want to say to your fans or musicians or just music fans. What would you like to end with?
You know, I just want to say, thank you for all your support. We appreciate it. You know, everything you've been doing has been awesome, and it's cool to see, you know, people grow in a small business. So that's awesome. I want to thank you for that.
Oh, yeah.
And then just that, the album's going to be coming out in August, and just for people to keep an eye out for that. And we're going to start doing some singles soon and some pre-orders. So once those come out, just to keep an eye out for that stuff too. And
will that be on vinyl?
Check out our Facebook. Excuse me?
Will that be on vinyl or?
Yeah. Yep. There's going to be some vinyl pre-orders. Yeah. I don't know if they're even going to do a CD. I think it'll probably just be vinyl and digital. So yeah.
As it should be.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
You guys have some seriously cool vinyl, like the colors and.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm trying to make people more aware of bands that are starting up and things like that. Because there's a lot of good ones out there, and to hit for the virus to hit right now was kind of like a bummer.
Yeah, totally.
Not only for the bands, but people want to hear the music.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you so much. Make sure you check out his Don't Sleep page. They also have a Don't Sleep Army page.
That's right. Yep.
For the fans. They can buy your records either at Pi Records, or you have a link on your Facebook page to buy merch at Bandcamp.
Yep. To buy vinyl. Yep. From Bandcamp. Yep.
So you guys you're hitting everything, and that's great. I mean, some people like Bandcamp, some people like Apple. You know, you gotta.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
One last question. Did you hear the Bandoleros 7-inch? I
haven't listened to the new one. No, I haven't yet. Yeah.
Wait till you do, man.
Is it dope?
Oh,
okay.
So rad. It's so rad.
Awesome.
It's Very like cool. I thought the album was great, but then they just took it up.
Dave's a great singer, so anything he does is going to be good.
And like, the musicians are incredible. I'm like, where the hell?
Oh yeah. The guys are good. They're good guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go, but I appreciate you being my first interview
No problem.
my record site, and I love you guys, and I wish you the best.
Thanks a lot.
And I dig the Star Wars background.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, cool.
All right, bye-bye.